What is up, you guys? Nick here, and in today's video I want to discuss what you can expect from NIO shares this week. As we all know, we are closing out the month and the run up to their November delivery release date is upon us. We are all most likely aware of the absolutely stunning run up NIO and other electric vehicle companies have gone through in the past few months. However, have you missed the window of opportunity? Is there more room for growth in the coming weeks, months, and quarters? And should you purchase NIO shares ahead of the November delivery release date? I want to talk about their expansion, what investors and analysts are looking for, and their run up to their November deliveries, and why this could be an absolutely huge month for them. But first, I've partnered with Webull. They are doing a promotion that ends in just a few days. Open up an account, deposit at least $100 into it, and receive 4 free stocks worth up to $1,700 in valuation for free. This is an absolute no-brainer, guys. Webull is just one of the best trading platforms out there right now. 0% commissions, some of the best analytics. I use it every single day. Don't sleep on it. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I do a lot of videos like this, and I've got very interesting videos in the pipeline. I focus on innovative disruptor companies. I first told my subscribers to purchase NIO shares at $7. You don't want to miss any of my future picks, so make sure to hit that subscribe. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so NIO sitting at 54 even. If we have learned one thing from the past few weeks, it's that the general mass investors are typically quite sluggish to catch up to great news. Every time NIO releases great press releases, earnings, or deliveries, there's typically a lull in share price until another analyst upgrades or places a buy rating. I'm not exactly sure why this is, but it's just the way it seems to be going. With that being said, NIO has recently received yet another buy rating from Northeast Securities analyst Li Hongyang, who also placed a $55 price target. As you may know, with another buy analyst rating usually comes a surging price. However, why has he done this? Well, in the month of November, we actually saw other big names within the industry, specifically Xpeng, actually decrease their delivery quantities month over month from September and moving into October. This was cited as being due to the deleterious effects that China's Golden Week holiday likely had on the delivery capacity of many of these auto companies. Companies were essentially functioning at a 75% rate compared to previous months, so a decrease in deliveries was to be expected. However, this was not the case for NIO. As NIO typically releases their monthly deliveries on either the 2nd or the 3rd, we can expect a delivery release on either this Wednesday or this Thursday. I will have a video on the day of this release with all updates and to inform you of NIO's growth and where their trend lines and resulting share prices are heading short, medium, and long term, so make sure you subscribe. Even though these other companies did see a decrease, investors were still very bullish on them. Xpeng saw a dramatic increase in their share price and is now one of the most expensive electric vehicle stocks in China. Meanwhile, only operating at 75% of delivery available dates in October, NIO still saw a dramatic increase in their delivery numbers. This may be hinting to us investors that the demand is absolutely there, and November may see a huge increase in deliveries. Some analysts are expecting NIO's month-over-month growth figure to get back into the double digits, which would be huge for investors, as this was the first out of the last 3 to drop beneath that 10%. I am very interested to see the capabilities of NIO's joint counterpart, JAC Motors, and how they can function near their capacity. As you may know, NIO isn't vertically integrated and outsources manufacturing to JAC. Because of this increase in delivery quantities and nearing their output ceiling, NIO and JAC Motors have initiated an expansion project. This is entitled JAC NIO Advanced Manufacturing Center. NIO China has been officially underway for almost 2 months now, based in Hefei, China, which is poised to become the epicenter of all things electric vehicle. Reports coming from the commencement of the new center are indicating a healthy upstart and business operations are advancing well. NIO China is focused on advancing research and development, solving supply chain logistics, sales and services, and pushing NIO Power factorial development. This new center is doing their job, and they're doing their job well. Increased gross margins and increased profit margins can both be attributed to the work this center is doing. NIO has strengthened its business partners and business operations with domestic sourcing, and it's because of this that materials are dramatically decreasing in price. It should be noted that battery bulk costs have been decreasing as well. NIO China is focusing on NIO Power, and an additional 20 battery swapping stations have been determined and approved across China, which will promote Hefei's national leadership in the electric vehicle industry and battery swapping stations. These charging stations greatly reduce mileage anxiety, stated as being one of the leading deterrents from consumers actually purchasing electric vehicles. They also act to reduce lineups at pre-existing stations, and also as a cherry on top, act as advertisements and brand recognition for NIO. Investors are also looking towards NIO's expansion into Europe as a key factor to be extremely bullish on. Plans for a European sales launch are expected to become much more transparent in the coming weeks and months, and I can virtually guarantee a dramatic share price surge once this announcement is officially unveiled. Early reports indicate that NIO will be focusing solely on their sales of their two SUV models, the larger ES8 and the smaller ES6, while maintaining exclusivity of the EC6 to China for the time being, essentially following the same rollout model they use domestically in China. NIO expects to deliver more than 7,000 vehicles in Europe within the span of 2 years. This full-force rollout in Europe is expected to begin in the latter half of 2021. This is very good news for NIO investors, and thus their share price. NIO dedicates vast sums of their capital to research and development, which is a key takeaway for investors and analysts. They are ever increasingly augmenting their pre-existing batteries and are currently constructing and designing a proposed 150 kilowatt-hour battery cell pack. This would enable a range of about 900 kilometers, which is truly incredible. This is putting many gas and diesel vehicles to shame and is clearly the way of the future. This, along with additional swapping stations, would greatly reduce mileage anxiety, promoting their company and ultimately delivering additional vehicles. This week we can expect some hesitancy around the share price, and I wouldn't be surprised to see intense volatility around the days leading into the release date. Remember, in past monthly releases, we actually see something strange go on where there isn't much reaction on the actual day itself. It typically lags behind. Even if the news is good, I've seen it lag, up to 3-4 days behind until an analyst comes out with a buy rating. I really do think that if NIO can continue to increase their gross margins, and if we see that increase in the ES6 that I do think we will see, I believe analysts and investors will jump all over this stock. It's for this reason that I see these $54 valuations as absolute buy points. I believe in the long-term success of this company. I'm not investing for months down the line, quarters down the line. I'm investing 5-10 years down the line minimum. I really do think NIO can become a powerhouse in the electric vehicle industry in China. They are continually proving why they remain ahead of the pack and why they keep dominating the space. I really do like these prospects of expanding into Europe. Their 150 kilowatt hour battery cell pack, which is expected to be unveiled in the coming quarters, allowing up to 900 kilometers of range. This really is incredible. Analysts are placing buy ratings, and don't forget that NIO's deliveries within the month of October were only operating at 75% capacity. China's Golden Week holiday knocked a full week out, and unlike some other companies, they didn't actually decrease deliveries, they reached all-time new highs. This is incredible. This is showing that without this, their figures would have been through the roof. So, together with an historical bulging of auto sales within the month of November and December historically in China, operating at full capacity all 4 weeks of the month, less supply strain, and increasing gross and profit margins on a continual and increasing basis, this company is absolutely a buy in my opinion. Don't forget about the Webull promotion. It ends so soon. Up to $1,700 in valuation of free stocks when you deposit $100 or more. Use the link in my description. Anyways, guys, like I said, I will have an update video when they do release these numbers. I will be giving you guys all the information you need moving forward.